On behalf of the entire Aspirations team, I'd like to welcome all of you to the 2018 Aspirations in Computing Awards ceremony. My name is Sahar Ismail. I am the CEO of a multinational technology company headquartered in the Twin Cities called Legacy Armor. We are here tonight because we all share a common goal: addressing the fact that the number of women pursuing computer and information science degrees is below 20%. The best way to address this is by acknowledging and cultivating the technology interests of young women, introducing them to leadership opportunities, and generating visibility for their work. That is the mission of the Aspiration in Computing initiative. As a woman entrepreneur myself and a mother, I think I can speak on behalf of many here. We appreciate the work that Aspirations in Computing is doing to aid young women enter and excel in the technology industry. In fact, I actually have brought my twin 12-year-old daughters here to witness what women can accomplish if they put their mind to it. I am really excited and I'm honored to be here, and what a great turnout, by the way. Thank you for being here. We have a fantastic program for you tonight. Please refer to the page number 2 of the program, where you can find at your tables and look for more features. Before we get started, I'd like to thank a few people and key organizations for all they've done to make this event possible. I'm going to put you guys on the spot a little bit, so bear with me. First, I'd like to thank our planning committee, led by Russell Frankel and Devon Siles. They are the backbone of this event, and they have my most sincere appreciation. Also, a thank you to our special guests, volunteers, event organizers, educators, parents, and best of all, our award honorees for tonight's event. Thank you for being here. I invite everybody who helped make this event possible to please stand up so we can all recognize you again. Please stand up. Please don't be shy. Thank you. Secondly, I'd like to thank our sponsors. All of you know these events cannot happen without their support. Our event sponsors for this year's ceremony include STEMFuse as a champion partner. We have Best Buy, Land O'Lakes, Maverick Software, SPS Commerce, Target, Upper Midwest Security Alliance, and many, many more. So thank you again for all your support. Before we get started, a quick announcement. We invite you to connect with us on social media during this whole event using the handle @MinnesotaAIC. I could see a lot of people were tweeting already, so thanks for doing that. Share your experience at the event using hashtag MNAIC18. And you could win a surprise gift. So this is like a bribe, but please. See the engagement information on your table if kind of what I just said maybe just went so quickly. The award winners and everybody else posing selfies and groupies are encouraged to do that. That is cool. That is socially acceptable. Please. Okay, so now we can get started. To provide our welcoming remarks, I'd like to introduce Stephanie Spahn. She is representing our champion partner, STEMFuse. She has graciously agreed to jumpstart tonight's celebration. Join me in welcoming Stephanie to the stage. Stephanie? Is it okay if I read your bio real quick? So Stephanie Spahn is a regional sales manager and director of professional development at STEMFuse. Her passion is in helping schools integrate STEM into all core curriculum areas, as well as to help teachers to provide highly engaging courses, motivate students to go into STEM and computer science careers. Take it away, Stephanie.
Oh my goodness, welcome everyone to the 6th annual Aspirations in Computing Awards ceremony. I love that you're applauding because girls that are here, I am so, so proud of you. I wish that I could have had even remotely this much of the opportunity that you have today, and I'm so proud of the hard work and effort that you put in to be here. So congratulations for being here. Let's give them all a big hand. You know, it's funny, I'm not only so proud of you for being here, but because you're here, that just shows that you have the energy, the creativity, the problem-solving skills, and the critical thinking skills to be, oh my goodness, where are you going to be in 2 to 4 years, to 6 years, to 10 years? Thank goodness you're here today. We are so lucky to be amongst you. But I also want to say, STEM Fuse, for those of you that don't know about STEM Fuse, we've been around since 2009. The founder of our company is Carter Tachi. He's sitting right here. He's a very humble man, so I'm just going to point him out. But he founded this company because he had a passion to get students involved in STEM education. He was a recruiter for the Minnesota college system called MinSCU, and the problem was he couldn't get kids to even be interested in computer science. This was in 2009. And now he has brought so much curriculum into schools. We're the fastest growing STEM curriculum company in the country to make sure that girls, kids get into STEM education. And we're so excited to be a part of that. But you know what? There are other people here who are really proud of. Teachers and parents. You are the ones who have inspired these girls to be here today. We are so grateful for the motivation that you've given them. We are so grateful for the inspiration, the mentorship that you've given them. So I know these girls right now would want to give you a hand themselves. So girls, give your parents and teachers a big hand. I just want you to enjoy tonight. I have been here several years, and it's such a privilege to be here at STEM Fuse. We're thrilled to be here, so thank you so much for coming, and I look forward to all the greatness of tonight. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, Stephanie. Where are they now? This year, we reached back to award winners from 2013, 2014 to discover where are they now. Along their college and career paths, we wanted to know. We congratulate and thank the previous award winners who have been featured leading up to tonight's ceremony. We are fortunate to have 3 of these young women in attendance. Please join me on welcoming to the stage Ananya Mishra, Maria Sanchez Lopez, and Kirsi Kuti. And I do believe only one person is here tonight. Okay, hi Kirsi. I'd like to introduce Kirsi, our keynote speaker. Kirsi is a computer science and electrical engineering double major at the University of Minnesota, Duluth. She flip-flops between studying at UND and co-op at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. Ultimately, she aspires to be a full-time employee in NASA's mission control. Projects she has worked on at NASA include developing training for astronauts on board the International Space Station, ISS, a humidity sensor that could be used to measure humidity on the moon or Mars, and fabricating a circuit board, sounds so easy, for a deep space habitat. Kirsi will be returning to Mission Control summer of 2018 to work with the Spartan Station Power Articulation, Thermal, and Analysis ISS Flight Control Team. She was an Aspirations in Computing Minnesota affiliate award winner in 2013. We are proud to have her here tonight. Please join me in welcoming Kirsi to the stage as our keynote speaker.
I want to welcome all of you young women to the NC Wit family. You have earned it. There's a characteristic that each of you share. You may have heard versions of, "Wow, you must be so smart," from parents and family when telling them that you earned this award. Well, smarts isn't what you have in common. Smarts isn't what got you here. Grit. Grit got you here. During this portion of your special night, I'm going to talk about grit. I'm going to talk about failure, and I'm going to arm you with the resources you need to defend your grit. Grit is something that you all have in common. How each of you use your grit is a little bit different. Grit is facing adversity, navigating family challenges, and tackling physical and mental health problems. Grit is earning a 4.0 GPA. Grit is also earning a GPA that's your personal best. Grit is also earning a GPA that barely squeaks you into your desired college, internship, or scholarship. Grit is being met with a challenge and not quitting until it gets done. Let's transition into story time. 5 years ago, I was exactly where you are. Senior in high school, concerned about passing my classes. I had a newish boyfriend, but everything was going my way. I had an internship lined up at NASA's Glenn Research Center in Cleveland, Ohio. I also had a first robotics world championship to prepare for in St. Louis, Missouri. I also had the trajectory-changing decision to pick a major and a college. By May 1st, that overhyped college decision day, I had my plan. Attend the University of Pittsburgh, double major in electrical engineering and computer science, and graduate by May of 2017. But it's April 2018 right now. I haven't graduated. I still have my double major, but now I'm going to the University of Minnesota Duluth. So what happened? I failed. I failed in a metaphorical sense, and I failed in a literal sense. I failed to get enough money to continue my studies out of state. 1 year and $40,000 later, I realized that getting into 6 figures of debt within 4 years was something I was not comfortable with. I failed to visualize what a double major feels like. 12 credits is considered full-time for federal financial student aid. 15 credits is typically what an engineer takes every semester. 20 credits was required of me to graduate within 4 years with a double major without failing any of my classes. I failed to recognize that living in the city wasn't for me. I didn't like the noise. I didn't like the pollution. Don't get me wrong, it's a great place to visit, but it's just not the environment I need as a student. My mom's amused because I used to sing, living in the city, days before I graduated because I sure as heck wanted anything but what I had while I was growing up. I failed Calculus 2, the one where you learn the squiggly do's, the integers. This calculus was one of the first and fundamental classes for anyone even dreaming of being an engineer, and I failed it. I failed it with an F, with a curve. With a rotten GPA, I begged the University of Minnesota Duluth to accept me again. I got my second chance, and I transferred. With my confidence knocked down a peg, I dropped that engineering major, but I kept my computer science major. I decided to take Calc 2 again because I would regret not doing it and just giving it one more try. This semester was also my make it or break it semester. I needed a 3.0 GPA to qualify for my dream internship at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. So Houston, we had a problem because I had to retake that Calc 2 class. So that semester, I went to all of the office hours that my professor offered. I made my professor defend all of the points he had taken off of my exams. I formed a study group and I completed every homework assignment. Then, the end of the semester, I passed. I passed with a B+. B as in bubblegum plus. Then my life kicked into hyperdrive. I earned that NASA internship in Houston. I added back my electrical engineering major. I was accepted into NASA's co-op program, sworn as a US civil servant, and launched into a pipeline for the potential for full-time employment. This summer, I'm working with Mission Control again, the one that flies the International Space Station. This will be my 5th co-op tour, and this will be my 4th semester in Mission Control. I had failed, but I had not lost my grit. Now let's transition in how you can maintain your grit. The NCUIT Aspirations in Computing community was a huge reason why I kept my computer science major and kept pursuing my passions. There is a powerful Facebook group of over 5,000 women who share the same goals and dreams that you have. NCUIT made computing way too cool to quit. You need to join that Facebook group, okay? There's internship, hackathon, full-time tech conference opportunities posted in that group weekly. Because of that group, I was sponsored to attend a tech conference in Denver, Colorado for free. I attended the Grace Hopper Conference in Houston, Texas for free. And I attended President Obama's Champions of Change event at the White House. At Obama's Champions of Change event, I got to meet leaders in industry from Google. I got to meet a Minnesota senator and talk with the chief of technology. I got to pitch ideas about STEM education and project-based learning. It was my first time in DC, and it was a really great first impression. I traveled with 5 other NC-witters. We ate together, we toured together, and we pitched policy together. To this day, I cannot bring myself to go to DC without a policy to pitch or an idea to share. If you join that NCUIT Aspirations in Computing Facebook group and search the word fail, you will get dozens of posts from women confessing their failures, but they're accompanied by words of encouragement and solutions. Reading that failures was something my peers were also challenged with gave me hope. To maintain your grit, you need a network. A network of people who care about you, or at least care about you because it's their job to care about you. I'm talking about career counselors, academic advisors, teachers, professors, study groups, responsible adults, mentors, role models, coaches, and now your new NCWIT family. Here's the DC picture. All right. Before I leave, I'm going to part with an early graduation present. It's a card addressed to all of you. This card is a card that my robotics coach gave me for graduation, and I think it's perfect for each one of you ladies. Let's have it right here. Saved it for 5 years, just for today. Congratulations, graduate. Here's to the woman who knows where she's going and won't stop until she gets there, who knows what she wants from life and also what she has to offer in return. Here's to the woman who expects no more from others than what she's willing to give, who meets life's challenges head-on and gracefully accepts both victories and disappointments. Here's to the woman who can be successful and self-confident without losing her ability to be understanding and compassionate. Here's to a very special woman. Here's to you. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. And here I thought grit was some kind of food somewhere. On a serious note, Kiersey, thank you so much for the message of hope and the fact that failure does not stop us from trying and trying until we succeed. A great message to the young ladies here. So thanks again, Kiersey. In addition to identifying a pool of talented young women, the Aspirations in Computing Awards program also recognizes outstanding educators who play a pivotal role encouraging young women to explore and strengthen their interests in computing and technology. Tonight, we recognize Elizabeth Riggs from Como Park Senior High School with a Minnesota Educator Honorable Mention. Presenting Elizabeth with her award will be Eva Bradshaw, representing the National Center for Women in Information Technology. This center is a national organization that leads and supports Minnesota, as well as other 74 Aspirations affiliates across the US to recognize students and educators each year. I would like to read Elizabeth's bio real quick. Can I call you Liz? Yeah. Liz holds a Bachelor of Arts in Journalism from the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities, and a Master of Arts in Teaching from Hamline University. She teaches classes for English language learners at Como Park Senior High School in St. Paul. In addition to teaching geography, English, literacy for newcomers, she co-teaches chemistry. How do you do that, all of that at once? She is in her second year mentoring students enrolled in Code Savvy's Technovation Apps Club, where girls design, code, and market mobile apps that benefit their communities. Both of Como's Technovation teams are comprised entirely of new immigrants and refugees, most of them first-time coders who developed a literacy app that helps these young children maintain a connection to their home language and culture while they are learning English. Please help me welcome Elizabeth to the stage.
Good evening. As an English language teacher, I work daily with young women who possess unique insight into the immigrant and refugee experience and what can help a person to navigate life in a new country. These students are teeming with ideas about how to use technology to help their peers, their families, and the next generation of immigrants. When trained in the tools and tech needed to transform their ideas into actual apps, these young women's potential is limitless. Their success illustrates the importance of STEM and tech offerings in our schools, reaching a diverse audience. I want to thank you for recognizing my work with these young women. I'm immensely proud of what these students have accomplished. I also want to thank the numerous volunteers, community partners, and sponsors, many of whom are here tonight, who make programs like Technovation possible in our schools. You are the critical link between our students and tech education that is both high quality and inclusive. Thank you.
Great. Next, we will be recognizing our Minnesota Educator of the Year. I'd like to invite honorees Christine Owenzua and Daryl Yap to the stage to help us recognize their teacher, Judith Rogo. Judith is from De La Salle High School. Did I pronounce that correctly? De La Salle, thank you. Judith Rogo has a master's degree in library and information science from the University of Wisconsin and is a librarian and technology integrationist at De La Salle High School in Minneapolis. She focuses on building digital literacy skills that enable people to use technology for informed, active participation in our digital culture. In addition, she is passionate about inspiring students, especially young women, to explore the field of technology as a career. Thank you. She started a student technology team at De La Salle and has been involved in the Code Savvy Technovation team since its inception in 2015. So now, Christine Owenzua has a few introductory remarks for her teacher. Christine, please.
Ms. Rogo is a librarian and technician at De La Salle High School. However, her contributions to the extracurriculars that continue to empower girls who are passionate about technology exceed her official title. My freshman year at De La Salle, a group of my friends and I wanted to participate in this app building program called Technovation. Not only did Ms. Rogo put in endless amounts of time and energy into making the Technovation Challenge a fully fledged club at De La Salle, but she also worked tirelessly to expand De La Salle's resources to the Technovation community outside De La Salle, so that girls from all over could come together to ideate, collaborate, and work on apps with the intention to better their craft and deepen their skills in tech. Ms. Rogo continues to facilitate the Technovation Challenge at De La Salle and create a welcoming environment for all girls who are passionate about technology. As such, we are proud to present Ms. Rogo with this award.
Wow, I don't know if I need to say anything. Thank you to the Minnesota State Center for IT for Excellence and the Minnesota Aspirations for Women in Computing team, especially Russell Frankel, for this honor. I would like to also to say a special thanks to the sponsors. The time and the resources that the sponsor companies give to the organizations like this and others make a difference in the lives of these young women sitting here tonight and many others. I'm humbled to be in the company of these young women. They are amazing. Working on a daily basis with my students, I learn new things from them and with them all the time. It's exciting and energizing to have the job that I do have, and that's why I can keep going. Growing up, education was important in my family. My parents worked hard so that my brothers, sisters, and I had a good education. They pushed us, but also acknowledged our accomplishments, which I think helped us to go further. Mom would always say, if you try hard, it'll be okay. My next oldest sister and I were the first to college in our family and both completed our master's degrees in teaching. She's been a teacher her entire career, but I took a bit of a detour. I ended up before I ended up in my current job as librarian and technology integrationist at De La Salle High School, I worked in several corporate libraries, from an environmental engineering firm to a public utility company, and several others in between, with a range of positions from analyst to director of the library. One thing that was common in all the positions I held, from low level to high, was that women needed to work harder than their male counterparts to succeed and climb the corporate ladder. I was lucky along the way that I had some wonderful female mentors, but nothing like you guys have here tonight. Network. You need to network, ladies. Now, I feel very privileged to work at De La Salle High School. It's a private urban school located on Nicollet Island. And a lot of people think, oh, it's that private rich school, then that's the only kids that go there. No, actually, our school has a commitment to attract students that come from various economic levels, academic abilities, racial and ethnic backgrounds. We draw students from over 130 different middle schools and multiple continents. A saying one of our coaches used frequently at Pep Fests to teach students about community was, you are standing on the shoulders of those who have gone before you. First time I heard that, it really resonated with me, and I think it fits with the young women here tonight. I got involved with girls and technology through Technovation because a colleague of mine, David Pearson, who I could not do this without, came to me and he said, hey, there's this organization. I think we should start a club here. You want to do that? And so I thought, yeah, this is great. I can give girls the opportunity for a leg up that I didn't have when I was in high school, and maybe they won't have to struggle so hard when they go out into the corporate world. And that was the beginning. 3 years later, here we are. And we help students, we support one another and encourage young women involved to stretch, learn a little bit about business, and while they're building a new app to contribute to society. It's a big wow for us, especially at the end of every year. Our little club has grown every year, and I'm continually amazed at what the girls create with the support from one another and help of amazing mentors from local companies, and a lot of support from Jean Weiss. Thank you, Jean. In my current job, I feel like I'm investing in all of our futures when I invest myself in the girls, and that's what this is really all about. I'm amazed at what they produce all the time. I looked up that quote that I mentioned about standing on the shoulders. It comes from a song by a woman by the name of Joyce Roos. And I just want to read the last verse. I am standing on the shoulders of the ones who came before me. I am honored by their passion. I will stand a little taller, and I will work a little longer, and my shoulders will be there to hold the ones who follow me. I'm honored to accept this award tonight in memory of my mother. Thank you.
How really inspirational. I wanted to build a little bit on Judith's point about girls have to work harder and share with you a little survey that I came across as I was just surfing, I don't know. And they found out that when people applied to have their quality of code examined, that when the girls hid their gender, that they found out that these had higher quality versus actually telling everybody this is a female coder. So obviously there is a little bit of a bias out there, and yes, one of the ways to combat that is for the girls to work harder, but it's not just that. What we are doing today also combats that, and all the males and females in this room, everybody, we're working together on making sure that these young ladies get recognized when they work harder, and they can progress even faster. So I just wanted to make sure I share that survey. I can actually share the link to that, and it really opened my eyes when I read that. Okay, now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Aspirations Committee member Anna Greco, Vice President of Technology at Thomson Reuters, is going to help us kick off the recognition of our honorees by giving a brief overview of the review and selection process. Obviously, this is a deliberate process, and the prizes opportunities made available to them. Joining her on stage will be Rachel Whitcomb, the VP of Portfolio Solutions at Target, and Allison Lawler, the Senior Manager of Business Development from Best Buy. Where are they? Can you please come and join me to the stage? Wherever you are. Anna, Rachel, and Allison, can you join me? Thank you. First, we will be recognizing our state honorable mentions. If I could have everyone who was recognized as a state honorable mention come to the side of the stage, please do so. This is so exciting to see. Yes. And now I'll turn it over to Anna.
I was asked to say a few words about the review process. It all starts with young women from across the country submitting an online application through the NCWIT website. And in their application, among other things, these young women are asked to describe their interest and experience in computing and technology, the ways in which they've shown leadership in their school and or their community, especially as it relates to technology, their career goals, and a problem they'd like to solve with using technology and how they would go about solving it. Hundreds of volunteers from across the country score the applications based on criteria that NCWIT provides. Each application is reviewed by multiple reviewers, and the scores are averaged. And then the national winners and the national honorable mentions are selected by NCWIT based on those scored applications. So then after the national selection process, we receive the applications that were submitted by Minnesota applicants, and there were 105 this year. Each of us on our Minnesota selection team reviews the applications, and then we rank the applications, taking into consideration some additional factors such as opportunity, as well as geographic, ethnic, and economic diversity. We compare our rankings, and then we select the state winners and the state honorable mention recipients. Let me tell you that it is an extremely difficult task to make our selections. The young women we are recognizing tonight should be very proud that they've differentiated themselves from many, many talented young women who applied for this award. Knowing that there are dozens more young women in our Minnesota community right behind those that you'll be hearing about tonight should make all of us proud that our efforts in supporting the program are paying off. As far as opportunities and prizes go, all of our honorees are invited to apply for paid summer internships and for job shadow experiences, as well as they have the opportunity to participate in year-round Sparks technology events. They'll also receive a bag full of swag from both NCWIT and our Minnesota partners. I'll tell you, it's a bag full of swag. In addition, our state and national honorable mention recipients will each receive a $75 Amazon gift card, and our state winners will each receive a Samsung Galaxy Tab A device and accessories. And special thanks to Best Buy, our Aspirations partner, for providing discounted prices. So without further ado, let's proceed with the presentation of our Minnesota honorable mention recipients.
Studi Aurora, a sophomore at Maple Grove High School. Studi is a state honorable mention recipient. She is an enthusiastic STEM learner with a passion for robotics. Studi was the only programmer on her FTC robotics team who went to the state competition this past season. She started a mentor program called Crimson Gears, that's Girls in Engineering and Robotics, with the goal to inspire and encourage all girls to participate and stay active in STEM activities. Studi plans to pursue a degree in computer science and seek research opportunities in artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. Congratulations, Studi. Sailu Bamaretti, senior at East Ridge High School in Woodbury. Sailu is a state honorable mention recipient. She serves as the vice president of Key Club, member of the National Honor Society and Tri-M Musical Honor Society, and captain of her school's math league. Through her involvement in clubs as well as local organizations, Sailu has completed over 500 service hours during her high school career. Sailu has always envisioned herself working in the fields of science, math, or technology, and plans to become a biomedical engineer with a minor or double major in computer science. Congratulations. Erica Broker, junior at Egan High School. Erica is a state honorable mention recipient. With the Green Girls First robotics team, she has advanced to the FTC World Championship twice, won the Connect Award at the 2017 FTC World Championship, and competed in Beijing at the World Adolescent Robot Contest. She has participated in numerous STEM learning camps, such as the Microsoft DigiGirls event, and has been instrumental in organizing STEM clubs for underserved groups. Erica plans to study biomedical engineering in college to pursue a career as a biomedical engineer. Congratulations. Fiona Chow, senior at Burnsville High School. Fiona is a state honorable mention recipient and received a 2017 Certificate of Distinction. She is a co-founder of the Women in STEM Club. The goal of the club is to create opportunities for other young women to explore their STEM-related interests by participating in various projects and field trips and speaking with female professionals in STEM fields. She is a senior class officer, vice president of the Burnsville Interact Club, Burnsville Strong Leader, and 3-year captain of the Burnsville Alpine Ski Team. Fiona's passion and love for STEM fuels her ambition to make a positive impact on the world. Congratulations. Caitlyn France. Senior at Hinckley Finlayson High School. Caitlyn is a state honorable mention recipient. She became involved with STEM as a freshman at Hinckley Finlayson High School, where an online ad inspired her to create a now patented system of QR code medical bracelets and accompanying Bluetooth technology. Caitlyn has placed in the top 10% at most of the local, regional, state, national, and international science competitions. Caitlyn aspires to attend the honors program at the University of Minnesota Duluth and major in biochemistry and engineering. Emelia Eid, senior at Great River High School in St. Paul. Emelia is a state honorable mention recipient. Due to the limits of her small school in STEM areas, she chose to apply to the competitive PSEO program at the University of Minnesota and has been taking classes there full-time since her junior year of high school. The program included Calculus 2, which we've heard is difficult, and 3 college science classes. She is fluent in French and loves creative writing. Outside of school, Emelia trains in circus arts through the youth organization Circus Juventus, working nightly on various aerial apparatus and spending several hours each week coaching younger students in her areas of expertise. Congratulations. Gabrielle Hill, junior at De La Salle High School in Minneapolis. Gabrielle is unfortunately unable to attend tonight's ceremony, but she is a state honorable mention recipient. As a participant in Code Savvy's Technovation program, she created a data collecting app called Pocket Pollinator for different bee species aimed towards citizen scientists. She is spearheading a project with the De La Salle High School Environmental Club to place 2 beehives on school grounds to raise awareness to plummeting pollinator populations and educate students on how to best protect our bees. She plans to attend college, hoping to combine environmental science, Afro-American studies, and technology in her future career. Congratulations to Gabrielle. Ayantu Hundessa, junior at South High School in Minneapolis. Ayantu is a state honorable mention recipient. When she started high school, she was unsure of what electives to take when her parents encouraged her to enroll in an intro to engineering class in 9th grade. Even though she did not expect to feel very passionate about the subject, she continued with the course and enrolled in the Principles of Engineering class the following year. Ayantu enjoys what she is learning and is now taking AP Computer Science just for fun. After high school, Ayantu plans to pursue a college degree in the STEM field. Congratulations. Claire Jensen, sophomore at South High School in Minneapolis. Claire is a state honorable mention recipient who has had a passion for STEM since 4th grade when she was invited to the University of Minnesota for the Girls Excel in Math program. She applied and was accepted to an all-girls STEM program called Girls Inc. Through labs, field trips, and an internship, this 5-year program continues to open Claire's eyes to the possibilities of STEM. She is enrolled in AP Computer Science Principles, learning JavaScript, and refines her HTML and CSS skills in a Sisters in Technology after-school club and online. Claire looks forward to a future in computer or environmental science. Congratulations.
All right, next we have Lucy Guo, a junior at Wayzata High School. Lucy is a state honorable mention recipient whose enthusiasm for technology began at an early age due to her father's background in computer science. This past summer, she participated in a coding program where she began website design and familiarizing herself with HTML and JavaScript, and she created an interactive informational website along with games. Currently, she is in a coding club at the University of Minnesota and plans on furthering her computing aspirations by taking diverse computer science courses in the future. Congratulations. Rose Lamb, a senior at Mounds View High School. Rose is a state honorable mention recipient. Over the past 9 years, she has competed with her first Tech Challenge team at the local, state, regional, and international levels. Rose is leading an initiative to create equal access to robotics programs throughout her school district. Over the past 2 years, they have raised over $20,000 and rallied administrative support for robotics throughout the district, resulting in the creation of over 50 elementary school robotics teams. Rose plans to go to college for graphic design and minor in computer science. Tessa Machado, a senior at Mankato East High School. Tessa is a state honorable mention recipient. She learned how to program robots in Vex Robotics using the Robot C programming platform. Using her knowledge of this platform, she created a program that automatically tests the speed at which motors are running, which provides the 7 high school Vex Robotics teams with information about the types of gears that are inside the motor and the health of the motor. After high school, she will be attending South Dakota School of Mines and Technology, majoring in metallurgical engineering. Congratulations. Ava Massey, a junior at Eden Prairie High School. Ava is a state honorable mention recipient and a 2017 Certificate of Distinction recipient. She expanded upon her HTML and CSS skills as part of the website team at St. Cloud State University's Scientific Discovery Program. She also started to learn the basics of JavaScript, Python, and SQL. She is currently involved in a multitude of extracurricular activities, including Trace Tutoring, her high school's program for student-based volunteer tutoring, and EPHS Bluebirds, a project to raise autism awareness. Ava hopes to attend the advanced program in technology and science, the continuation of the Scientific Discovery Program. Congratulations. Caitlyn Pierce, a junior at Rosemont High School. Caitlyn is a state honorable mention recipient. She was homeschooled by her aerospace engineer father, who introduced her to Visual Basic and Java. In 8th grade, she took the AP Computer Science exam and scored a 4. Caitlyn continues to grow in the field of computing and technology, taking CSE classes at the University of Minnesota and pre-engineering classes. Writing and music are 2 of her favored pastimes, and she has self-published 1 novel. Caitlyn plans on majoring in biomedical engineering with a minor in computer science. Abigail Row, a sophomore at Breck School in Golden Valley. Abigail is a state honorable mention recipient. In the 7th grade, she joined a science club, sparking her love for STEM. Every year since then, she has conducted original research projects. Inspired by the applications of computer science, she began teaching herself Python and spent 320 hours under the guidance of a mentor co-writing a lexical analysis tool. Abigail looks forward to continuing her education in programming languages, and she plans to pursue a career that uses her computer science and technology to provide solutions to pressing issues in the community and the world. Madeleine Sandesh. Madeleine is a state honorable mention recipient. Maddie taught herself JavaScript and SQL using Khan Academy and then continued to learn HTML and CSS via Code Academy. During a mentor experience at the Nerdery, she created a web application called Orange Slice using JavaScript and HTML. She volunteers at the local library, including the Hour of Code event, and is an active member of the Gay Straight Alliance Youth Leadership Council. Maddie will be attending Gustavus Adolphus College, where she will major in computer science and French. Anusha Shah, a junior at Egan High School. Anusha is a state honorable mention recipient. Her interests in STEM were initially sparked by her involvement in the FIRST robotics program. Anusha's interests in coding were further intensified when she took AP Computer Science. This course also provided her with the opportunity to become the lead of Women in Robotics Empowering Sisters, where she encourages young women to engage in STEM fields by doing various site visits and hosting panels. Anusha plans to pursue a career in computer science or computing engineering. Congratulations. Rachel Springer. Rachel is a sophomore at Southwest High School in Minneapolis and is a state honorable mention recipient. For the past 3 years, she has been a member of the FIRST Tech Challenge team, leading her team in programming and design. She taught herself Java in the first year in the program and loves learning new algorithms and finding applications of mathematics to programming. With her robotics team, Rachel helped start 11 new FTC teams in Minneapolis public schools, through the Minneapolis Urban Robotics Alliance. Rachel is a member of Southwest High School's math team and has placed in the top 3 in the division for the past 2 years. Congratulations. Congratulations to all the recipients.
Okay, so we learned a little bit about Claire Jensen when she received her trophy. Claire is a sophomore at South High School in Minneapolis, and I invite her to the stage here to make her remarks.
I don't see a reason not to love technology. I remember when I was in elementary school, I would put a disk into the tower of our old Dell computer and wait for what seemed like years for my game to boot up. That's when it clicked. It felt empowering that I could do this on my own, without any help from my parents. The game wasn't anything special. It had crude graphics, and I never fully understood how to play, but it sucked me in immediately. Flash forward to now. I'm enrolled in my high school's first AP Computer Science Principles class. I have pretty good knowledge of HTML and CSS. I'm currently learning JavaScript, and I will be taking a class in Python this summer. I basically think in code. This past school year was also the first year of a new branch of an after-school club called Sisters in Technology. We are a small group of girls who want to learn how to harness the power of computers and use them to build websites, control robots, and possibly take over the world if we have time. After high school, my pipe dream is to own a successful tech startup, be my own boss, and possibly work out of my garage, like my friends at Google, Apple, Hewlett-Packard, and Amazon, to name a few. There's a very small chance that this will happen, but I have a few years to figure out a backup plan. I couldn't exactly pinpoint why I fell in love with computer science in the first place. Now, looking back on my past experiences, I know exactly why I love computer science. I'm overwhelmed by it. I am blown away by the number of sites there are to visit, things there are to download, games there are to play, lines of code there are to write, and how many more of these are created every second, every minute, every hour. I look at the sheer size of the internet and I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because I know I will never be able to explore it all. I don't have enough time to do everything I want with technology. I imagine most of the people in this room have that same problem, and that's why this award is so important. Because in 2016, only 26% of people holding computer science degrees were women, and 3% of people in computing were African American women. I'm one of 4 girls in my computer science class of 27. Why is the number of women, and especially women of color, so low? Alicia Ramos, senior front-end designer at Vox Media, said, "Having role models who are the same gender as you, who look like you, who came from a similar background as yours, can go a long way." I think NC Wit gets it. Looking around this room and hearing from the speakers before me, it is obvious that every single one of us holds potential. Programs like Aspirations in Computing create pathways for underrepresented communities to see a future in computer science. We are an extremely powerful group of girls, powerful enough to change those statistics, powerful enough to dominate the tech industry, power enough to even start an army, and that's pretty cool.
Thank you, Claire. One thing that Claire said that really stuck with me is that girl power, right? So, woo. Actually, you did touch on the entrepreneurship idea and applying your knowledge to something that you're passionate about. And therefore, I do want to also add to that and say, please, young ladies here in the room, award recipients, if you have any cool idea and you think you can turn that into something that is fun and profitable, then please do that. So, all right, finish my little message here real quick. Again, thank you everybody for being here tonight. I know it's a school night. The parents are here with the students and everybody else, so we really appreciate that. Helping us recognize the state winners will be Alex Crittenden. Alex is a vice president of White Oak Security and serves on the board of Aspirations partner organization, UMSA, the Upper Midwest Security Alliance, if you didn't know what that stands for. Joining Alex on stage are Barbara White and Laura Busca from Microsoft. Oh, you're all here. Okay, great. Microsoft is a national level contributor and provides the trophies for all the state honorees throughout the United States. Thank you, Alex and Barbara and Laura, and I invite you over to the stage, Alex. Please, welcome, Alex.
Thank you. Okay. Ready? All right. And I apologize for, I've got a pronunciation guide, but hopefully I won't screw it up too badly here. First we have Anika Alualia, a junior at Wayzata High School. Anika is a state winner and a 2017 honorable mention recipient. She leads the Hour of Code event at Wayzata High School, mentors freshmen as a link leader and a peace leader, participates in the Science Olympiad team, and conducts computational chemistry research at the University of Minnesota and the Minnesota Supercomputing Institute. She is also a Business Professional of America state champion in Visual Basic Programming. As someone who is very interested in computer science, Anika works actively to recruit more girls in her school and district to participate in STEM activities. Congratulations. We have Zoe Berg, who is a junior at Lakeville South High School. Zoe is a state winner and National Honorable Mention recipient. She was a recipient of a 2017 State Honorable Mention and a 2016 Certificate of Distinction. She's a founding member of the Green Girls First Lego League team, lead CAD designer on her first Tech Challenge robotics team, and former intern at Stellar Hearth and EAC Product Development Solutions. In 2017, she met with the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization to expand Robot Without Borders program, and in January, she shared her STEM experiences with world leaders at the United Nations Youth Forum. Congratulations. Arathi Garamella. All right. A senior at Edina High School. Arathi is a state winner and a 2017 honorable mention recipient. She is a member of the math team, debate team, and first robotics team, and she is the president of the Interact Club. When she joined the first robotics team, she used Java to help program the robots. As a senior in high school, Arathi teaches the first year's members command-based Java. She mentors junior first LEGO League teams and started a Girls Who Code club at her former middle school to give young girls an opportunity to explore computer science. She plans to attend college and pursue a career in mathematics. Congratulations. Grace Hansen, a junior at Egan High School. Grace is a state winner and National Honorable Mention recipient. She was a 2017 State Honorable Mention recipient and 2016 Certificate of Distinction recipient. Her passion is to create iOS applications in her mobile apps and development class, where she created an application for teachers to record attendance in real time. Grace is a leader on the Green Girls FTC robotics team, a National Honor Society officer, a peer tutor, and a link leader. Grace is committed to learning about as many different areas as she can, which enables her as a leader supporting girls and diversity in STEM. Congratulations. Shaza Hussain, sorry. Shaza is a state winner. She has always had an intense attraction to STEM and most enjoys science and math classes. She is currently enrolled in her favorite class, Advanced Placement Computer Science. Participates in the high school math and science Olympiad teams and is involved with coding for girls. Shaza plans to attend college to study computational sustainability so she can merge her appreciation for the earth, problem-solving skills, and growing fascination in computer science and become a leader in the climate justice community. Congratulations. Conchetta Knipe. Conchetta is a state winner and a 2017 Certificate of Distinction recipient. She is a founding member of the Iron Maidens, an all-girl robotics team, and two-time qualifier for the World Championship. As the vice president of the Eagle Media Crew, she's involved in filming and television programs at her high school and has contributed to award-winning productions. She enjoys biking, drawing, reading books, listening to rock and roll and jazz, and mentoring other robotics teams, In college, Conchetta plans to study mass communication and mechanical engineering, which are two subjects she is passionate about. Congratulations. Unkita Kundu. Sorry. Unkita is a state winner. She discovered her, oh, and sorry, she is a senior from Wayzata High School. I missed that part. She discovered her love for coding while learning Java during her AP Computer Science class. She founded the Seniors Helping Seniors initiative, which teaches senior citizens in retirement communities how to use technology to improve their lives. She's in the Hennepin County Library's Teen Advisory Group and serves as the advisory board leader for the volunteering organization club YES in college. Unkita plans to study computer science and business to fulfill her dream of starting a company to make technology more accessible. Congratulations. Christine Ohanzua. I got that right? Christine is a state winner and a National Honorable Mention recipient. I can't say that for some reason. She's the co-captain of the De La Salle robotics team, tutors underclassmen as a National Honor Society member, and participates on the Minneapolis Youth Congress. Christine programmed the Pocket Pollinator app, which was a Minnesota Cup semifinalist, and she helped the University of Minnesota scientists create a 3D model of the aortic arch and explore how turbulent air flows affect mini UAVs. Christine is exploring a variety of different career options, including computer science. Congratulations. Leah Rested. Leah is a state winner and a National Honorable Mention recipient. She explores her interest in computer science and engineering through programs like the University of Minnesota Summer Computer Academy and through courses like AP Computer Science. She's actively involved in many groups such as Math Team, Robotics, and Coder Dojo. Leah was a 2017 national finalist in COMAP's 20th Annual High School Mathematical Contest in Modeling, and she scored a perfect 36 on her ACT. In college, she hopes to focus on computer engineering and biology. Congratulations. Sabrina Rucker. Sabrina is a state winner and a National Honorable Mention recipient. Sabrina has taught herself about cybersecurity and penetration testing, and she plans to pursue a career in cybersecurity to help protect people from the threats of the 21st century cyber warfare. She speaks German, Spanish, and Chinese, and aspires to learn to speak Arabic and Russian. In school, she has been responsible for the theater's lighting and sound for 7 years. Congratulations. Grace Sue. Grace is a state winner. Grace has attended summer programming camps at several universities and pays close attention to the development of artificial intelligence, also known as AI. Her research essay, Unemployment in the AI Age, received one of 8 awards in the ACM Special Interest Group on Artificial Intelligence Student Essay Contest. She taught programming in the all-girls First Lego League robotics team, and she is actively involved in the Science Olympiad. In college, Grace plans to major in computer science with the goal of becoming a researcher. Congratulations. Darl Yap. Okay. Darl is a state winner and National Honorable Mention recipient. She's also a National Merit finalist and a member of the National Honor Society. She's taken multiple technology-related courses such as 3D modeling and advanced Python programming, and she attended the Summer Computing Academy at the University of Minnesota. She's participated in Code Savvy's Technovation every year as the main programmer and artist for her team's apps. Outside school, she works as a Teen Tech Squad member at the Hennepin County Library and plans to pursue a career in computer engineering. Congratulations. And Caroline Zhang. Caroline is a state winner and a National Honorable Mention recipient. She learned how to code while learning Java and AP Computer Science. She's heavily involved with Code Savvy's Technovation program, creating clubs in her district's middle school, and serving as a student ambassador and a member of the Technovation Minnesota board. As a Girl Scout, she's won all 3 bronze, silver, and gold service awards, and is introducing a fun, hands-on STEM initiative, for other Girl Scouts. In the future, Caroline plans to study computer science, especially artificial intelligence. Congratulations.
Thank you, Alex, Barbara, and Laura. Thank you very much. Next, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce 4 young women who are previous state winners. This year, they were selected National Honorable Mention recipients. We will conclude with one of them making some remarks. At this time, I'd like to invite each of them to come to the side of the stage, please. I have one. I'm going to start with Preeti Piratala. She's a junior at Wayzata High School. Preeti is a National Honorable Mention recipient and a 2017 state winner. She has taken a very active role on her robotics team and continues to further her computing knowledge through her leadership position as captain. Preeti holds a STEM-related job in which she teaches young children science and basic robotics. She is a member of the New York Academy of Sciences Junior Academy, an international program designed to create tangible solutions to real-world problems through STEM. When she goes to college, Preeti is planning to study artificial intelligence and robotics. Next is Victoria Pierce. Victoria is a senior at Rosemont High School. Victoria is a National Honorable Mention. She's a National Honorable Mention recipient and a 2017 state winner. She is taking classes at the University of Minnesota full-time and has taken multiple different computer science courses, including Visual Basic, Android programming, and AP Computer Science. Her greatest technical accomplishment so far is the work that she has done at SPS Commerce, where she works as a software engineer. She is deciding between Georgia Institute of Technology and the University of Minnesota for college. She knows she's interested in majoring in biomedical engineering with a double minor in computer science and Arabic. Mabruk. Tracy Treat is a senior at Rosemont High School. Tracy is a National Honorable Mention recipient. She is currently attending Normandale Community College through PSEO. Tracy has been mentoring at Coder Dojo Twin Cities since she was in middle school and is a team lead of Coder Dojo Twin Cities App Inventor Group. She has been attending the DevOps Days Minneapolis conference since it started in 2014 and was a speaker at DevOps Days in Minneapolis in 2016. She's sharing her experience as a young woman interested in technology. In the future, Tracy aspires to work in a career that utilizes her passion for coding and art. Congratulations. And last but not least, we have Marie Pena. Marie is following her passion. She's a senior at Apple Valley's High School and a National Honorable Mention and prior Minnesota Award winner. In school, she has taken courses in web design, computer science, Cisco networking, television broadcasting, and graphic design. Marie uses what she's learned to propel her family's startup multimedia business, and in the future plans on continuing to work with businesses and the STEM community. She plans on doing so while continuing to study both digital marketing and game development. And so, Marie, congratulations. And with that impressive bio, I invite you to make some remarks, please.
Thank you, Sahar. Hello and good evening. I would like to thank Russell Frankel, Devin Salis, the National Center for Women in Technology, STEM Fuse, and Minnesota State IT Center of Excellence, and all other extraordinary sponsors for supporting us young professionals in all that we do. I would like to take this time to recognize the high school seniors in the room. Please stand. I think we all deserve a congratulations for the amazingly busy school year we've had as we finish off our high school careers. You may now be seated. Congrats, guys. Over the last 4 years, I've learned how important it is to have a plan, to follow a process, and to garner creativity from multiple angles. How have I learned this? From getting involved, trying something new, and not committing some of my effort, but all of it, no matter what it was. The last 3 years, I have participated in First Tech Challenge Robotics, National Honor Society, E3 STEM Academy, founded the E3 STEM Leadership Team, been a part of the Talon, our school's newspaper, Eagle Eye Media Crew, Eagle Eye Film Club, a year-long internship with Thomson Reuters, and about to enter my second year in their digital marketing find law department, where last year I was the first high school student to ever intern in that department, taking 4 courses in Cisco Certified Network Associate classes. I sang in our Valley Select Chorale, our school's selection-only choir, and my personal favorite, competing in video game competitions around the area and performing with my sisters in and out of state, doing what we love. So please, get involved. Having the skills to do the job is good, but having the experience and skills to teach and get a better job is even greater. The things I've learned from trying something new have been invaluable. Not only do I get the chance to start from scratch, but I'm also given the opportunity to use my personal strengths and improve the skills I have already developed, as well as gain new ones. Today, I would like to switch over from speaking to the seniors to sharing some advice with young professionals who have the opportunity to experience another year from programs such as Sparks and other high school level programs. To my underclassmen and sisters in tech, have a mentor, have someone who wants to see you succeed, and that same person be willing to learn from you. I would not have the success and skills I have today if not for my mentors. They were the ones that gave me opportunities and didn't push to have me take them, but crossed their fingers tightly and hope that I did. While it's important to have mentors, it's important to be a mentor to others as well. I believe I have learned more by being a mentor than I have as being a mentee. It's one thing to have determination to learn, it's another to have the strength and dedication to teach. And lastly, to every technologist and world changer in the room, the world needs more motivated people who are passionate about what they do, and to be so passionate about what they do that it saves the world. My dad sends me and my 6 siblings motivational quotes every morning, and he and our mom continually inspire me to take my passions and dreams and run with them and share them with the rest of the world. So I do what I love and love what I do. So, to the next generation of young women aspiring in computing, science, or wherever their passions lie, I will share with you my father's motivational quote for today, April 17th, 2018, from the world-famous race car driver Mario Andretti. Desire is key to motivation, but it's determination and commitment that will enable you to attain the success you seek. Congratulations again, and I look forward to the successes we see from each other in the bright future. Thank you.
Okay, at this time, can I please have Chris Wilminen, student scholarship recipients, as well as our intern provider representatives and match student interns come to the side of the stage, please. And let me tell you a little bit about Sparks. I'm sure a lot of people in this room know about it. While they're making their way up here, I'm going to talk to you about the importance of this program. It's important to also convey that Aspirations is much more than a recognition ceremony that occurs once each spring. It's also about Sparks technology learning experience offered to secondary students year-round. As you can see from the event photos on both sides of the room being displayed, these programs serve hundreds of female students who range from the technology curious to the technology ultra committed. We're grateful to the numerous partners in attendance this evening who support young women to explore, engage, and determine if they are destined to contribute their talents to the Minnesota technology workforce. And special thanks to Target for their support of an IT exploration camp at Winona State University for high school girls and boys. I actually want to tell you about, I worked on one Spark event, and I helped kind of teach about cybersecurity awareness for one day. And I got to tell you, the enthusiasm of these girls, they're ready to take on the world. That wasn't a joke when one of them mentioned that. It was so inspiring. So I was really honored to do that. And now, Chris Wilminen from Unisys and our 4 college scholarship recipients will come to the stage and present the awards.
Thank you. Good evening. Through the generosity of our Minnesota Aspirations and Computing Awards sponsors, we are able to award 4 college scholarships to a special group of students in need. 3 of the students will receive a $1,000 scholarship to attend the college of their choice. The 4th, who will be attending St. Cloud State University, a member of the Minnesota State Colleges and Universities System, will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship. Carrot Sacorn and I from Thomson Reuters had the pleasure of interviewing these 4 scholarship recipients. I'm very pleased to be able to recognize these young women for their accomplishments and their futures in IT. Join me in congratulating Shaza Hussain. Step forward. Conchetta Knight, Caitlyn Pierce, and Tracy Treat. These are the 2008 Aspirations Sparks Scholarship Award winners. Thank you.
Our last featured award is our grand prize summer paid internships. To tell us more is Jojo Magani with Veritas Technologies. Did I spell that right? Okay. So Jojo, please come to the stage. And I think we have a group photo as well while you make your remarks. Okay, please.
Each year at Minnesota Aspiration Awards, we've been able to offer paid summer internships for many of our honorees. This year, 10 of 22 interested honorees were hired by 4 companies: Help Systems, Land O'Lakes, PeopleNet, and SPS Commerce. We thank each one of them for their support. Unfortunately, many of these deserving scholarships honorees will not experience a summer internship. Please give strong consideration to being an internship provider in 2019. Each summer, we also provide half-day to full-day job shadow experiences to tonight's honorees and the additional NCWIT certificate distinction honorees listed on page 24. As you complete your program evaluation forms, we hope you indicate an interest to be a job shadow site this summer. I am now delighted to invite Brianna Burkholz with SPS Commerce, a longstanding internship provider, to make some brief remarks on behalf of all of the companies sharing the stage tonight. She'll also introduce 2017 and 2018 intern Victoria Pierce from Rosemount High School.
Thank you, JoJo. On behalf of SPS Commerce, as well as the other companies providing internships, I just want to thank you and talk a little bit about what it means to be an internship provider. This program thrives in part by having real partnerships that set these young women up for long-term success in the technology field. We offer the opportunity for interns to gain that on-the-job experience that really is a launch pad for them in their further education as well as in their career, hopefully in a STEM-related field. More profoundly, however, it's been inspiring to see the evolution of these young women, like you'll hear from Victoria in a moment. They've grown during their internship experiences, but also beyond. They've grown in confidence. They've grown in what they've been able to deliver in terms of real game-changing technology. And they've also built relationships, both within their internships as well as in the tech community. But it's more than just the experience that we give them. The interns bring an energy to our environment that further contributes to our innovative and collaborative cultures, beyond their many technical achievements. We actually get back so much more than we give. Minnesota-based companies need to invest in the future, focusing on the creativity and innovation that a diverse workforce affords. It's a win-win proposition. As Jojo mentioned, I invite all of you representing companies here tonight to consider hosting an intern in 2019. With that, I'm honored to introduce Victoria Pierce.
Hi. So I had an internship at SPS 2017, and the first thing I did when I got there, I got a project to rewrite a Ruby script in Python. I didn't know either of those languages, but I have Google, so. The next day, we had a team lunch, and my manager asked me, "So, have you heard about your project? How is it coming along?" And my response was, "I think I'm finished, maybe." Through the whole summer of 2017, I didn't stop getting opportunities to learn new languages, to prove myself to the various members of my team, and to make relationships with the members of my team. I think the most important thing that I gained from that internship was the relationships with the people around me. I made some friends that were work friends and some friends that I hang out with all the time that I never would have met if it weren't for that internship. Surrounded by people who are incredibly smart and more than helpful. They would constantly stop by my desk to tell me stories of their childhood, to give me advice on college and joining the workforce. At the end of the summer internship in 2017, my manager asked me to continue working part-time through the year, and I got a lot of people in the company stopping by and saying, "Well, if you have a job, why are you going to college?" My manager's response to that was, if I dropped out of college, he would fire me. So, luckily I'm still in college, still have a job, was offered another internship for 2018, and I am incredibly happy to work with those people and to help mentor the new interns that we have this year. I'm thrilled to be working with SPS. Thank you.
Before we conclude today's ceremony, we have a little surprise. Will Russell Franken come to the stage to receive an award for all the teamwork and just the hard work that everybody has done at Aspirations Commuting?
Russell, I'd like to present this to you in appreciation for everything that the Minnesota Aspirations team does. We couldn't do what we do at NCWIT without the thousands of volunteers who help us with these events and who deeply care about the young women in their community. So thank you, Russell, on behalf of NCWIT and the affiliate team.
Well, for those that know me, I'm usually not speechless, but I am tonight a bit, and I'm humbled And I just want to thank you for this honor. And it is an honor because I work with the best people. And that's why this is such a great success. They're all around the room. They're all here to support you. They love you. They want the very best for you. And so I will treasure this. And I thank you so much.
Well, that was a great little surprise to end our evening. I want to thank JoJo, Brianna, and Victoria for sharing their internship experience, internship hosting and experiences. Victoria, I am so impressed with what you've been able to do while you're still in high school. But I do recommend that you go to college and get that degree. It's good to have in the long run. I want to thank Sahar for her exceptional MC work this evening and lending a bit of her personality to our ceremony. We really appreciate it. It's not an easy job, so let's give her a round of applause. Just a couple housekeeping reminders. So honorees, as the ceremony is ending, you need to make your way to the back tables to get your very important swag bag. I picked one up and they're quite heavy, so just be careful. There's a lot of stuff in there. We have name tags on each bag, but as you're receiving your bag, make sure you have the one with your name on it. We've had a few mix-ups in the past. We just want to make sure everybody's getting their exact prize package. So that's back there. Educators, you also have your own swag and awards and stuff, so make sure that you guys make your way back there as well. And echoing, that award that Russ just received, I want to thank our committee, our subcommittee, and all of the volunteers who have helped make this event possible. We are a committee that works year-round to make this program come to life, and tonight is the most visible part of it, but it really is a year-round effort. And we are so passionate about our careers in technology and education, and we just love opportunities like this to encourage the next generation to travel this career path. So I am honored to work with this team. I thank them all for making this night possible, and obviously NC WIT recognizes the great work that we do and that Russ has led. So thank you, committee. On that note, we really highly value your feedback. We do make tweaks each year to our event based on what we receive, on the feedback we receive from our attendees. So you've actually already received the email that has the survey link. We really encourage you to fill that out. Fill it out while this event is really fresh in your heart. And if you're interested, some of the opportunities that we mentioned, the job shadow, being involved in the committee, please indicate any interest you may have with that in the survey. And with that, I thank you for being here tonight, and that will do it for the show.